Friends, good afternoon. Welcome to the chemistry class. In this class, we will discuss about the chapter metallurgy. So, what is the metallurgy? Metallurgy is the process in which we can extract metal from their respective ores by different processes are known as the metallurgy. So, introduction. So, metals and non-metals can be differentiated on the basis of their atomic structure. Physical difference are dependent on the arrangement of the atoms. Chemical difference on the number of valence electron and their behavior during chemical reaction. That is ability to lose or gain electron. If a metal lose electrons, then it will act as a metal, and if an atom gain electron, then it will act as a non-metal. So the modern chemist had discovered the ways of extracting metals, improving the quality of metals by alloying or mixing with other metals and protecting metals by electroplating. So they mix metals with each other and form their alloys to improve their properties. And how the metals are protected by the electroplating, these methods were discovered by the modern chemists. Although new metals are found free and are in native state, the majority have to extracted from their ores, a process called as a metallurgy. So बहुत सारे there are many more metals are exist in free state, but their majority are present in their respective ores, and the removal of extraction of the metals from their ore is known as metallurgy. Okay, so introduction terms: metals comparison with non-metals. So metal, an element with ionized by electron, lose one or more electron when supplied the energy, is called electron donor, while a non-metal, an element which ionized by gain electron, is known as electron acceptor. Metallic atom, they have 1 2 3 valence electrons and form positive ions on ionization and electrovalent compound. Non-metallic atoms will contain 4 5 6 or 7 valence electrons, and they carry negative charge, so they are called negative ions, and electrovalent or covalent compound. Valency of metals is the number of electron lost per atom. If an atom lost one electron, then it will carry plus one charge, and it has the valency of plus one, univalent. If it lose two electrons, then it will be divalent. If it lose three electrons, then it will be act as a trivalent. So like that, metals, non-metals can gain atoms electrons. So if it will gain one electron, then it's so minus one valency, univalent. It two electrons, minus two valency, divalent, or three electrons, trivalent. Properties of metals: lustrous, can be polished and exist in solid state, exception mercury. So metals have a special type of luster, that is known as the lustrous property, but non-metals are non-lustrous and except graphite and iodine. They are exist in liquid, gaseous and brittle state. Melting and boiling points. So metals have high melting and boiling point except sodium, potassium and mercury, while in case of non-metals they have low melting point except carbon and silicon. Density. So metals are closely packed in a particular square area, so they have high density except sodium, potassium and calcium, and they have low density except diamond have high density. Ductility. Metals are high ductile in nature, means they can be drawn into the wire except zinc and mercury. Non-metals are low ductile except carbon fiber. Carbon fiber can be ductile. Malleability, it is the property in which a metal can be beaten into sheet except zinc. Non-metals are non-malleable except carbon fiber. Conductivity. So metals are good conductor of heat and electricity both due to presence of free electrons. Non-metals are poor conductor of electric and heat due to absence of free electron and ions except graphite. Lose valence electron from cation, form cation. So metals can lose a electron and can form cation, means positive charge carrying ion. If an atom lose electron, then it is said to be it is oxidized, and process is known as the oxidation. Cation discharge at cathode. Sodium after gaining one electron convert to neutral atom. So non-metal can gain electrons and they will get reduced. Okay, anion discharge at anode except hydrogen, and at anode chlorine negative ion get accept one ion and convert into neutral atom. Good reducing agent. All alkali metals have one electrons in their outermost shell. Hence, during reaction, they readily give the valence electron and thus strong reducing agent. Good oxidizing agent. Non-metals are good oxidizing agent because they can accept electrons. Forms after losing electron, they form electrovalent chlorides. For example, NaCl, and forms at least one basic oxide. Basic oxide like K2O, Na2O, CaO, MgO, CuO, etc. They can also form amphoteric oxide, means those type of oxides which can act both as a acid as well as base. Basic oxides, in which the examples are Al2O3, PbO, and ZnO. And in this they form acidic oxide like CO2, SO2, SO3, NO2, P2O5, etc. Neutral oxide CO, NO, NO2, and H2O. These are the neutral oxide because they cannot react with water and cannot form any type of acid or base. Okay. Now come on the periodic table. So you can see here periodic table is divided into the four blocks, in which first and second group are called S block elements, and from 5th to 13 to 18 group elements are called P block elements, and these are group 13 to 12 is called D block elements. So in the periodic table, all S block, D block, and some of the P block elements are metals basically. Okay, and there are two group are placed below the periodic table: lanthanoid series and actinoid series. They are placed in 6th and 7th period because they are placed in between the transition elements, so they are also known as the inner transition elements. Okay, so group number, types of elements and elements. So first a group alkali metals, light highly electropositive elements, in which lithium to francium. And in second group alkaline earth metals, light and electropositive element, they are considered from beryllium to radon 88 radium 88. And group 13 to 12 are called transition elements. They are heavy metals, in which three series are come: scandium to zinc, yttrium to cadmium, lanthanum to hafnium to mercury, and actinium to rutherfordium and samarium. Okay, and in these group there are two groups that are inner transition elements, which are called F block elements. Contains lanthanide and actinides are placed in between lanthanum and actinium, from cerium 58 to lutetium 71 and thorium 90 to lawrencium 103. And group 13 to 16 are post transition elements and weak electropositive in nature, and they are from aluminium to titanium, tin to lead, and to bismuth, and germanium to antimony, antimony to polonium. They are non-metal metalloids because they can act both as a metal and non-metals. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.